Hey Rangers, today we have the Dark Magician Girl, and oh my god, this is one of my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. So when I saw her pop up, I had to buy her. First of all, we have the Dark Magician Girl here. We have her staff, we have the two faces, we have a book, we have a stand, I think, and then you've got two legs. Just there, we have a lovely picture of the Dark Magician Girl. On the back, we have all the different things that we've got, including the poses. Again, a cute photo, one where she's reading the book, and one where she's reading the book. So let's open this bad girl and have a look inside. With the Dark Magician Girl, what you get inside the box is the actual figure herself, the different hands, her wand, her hat. There's an extra part for the stand, an extra peg in case something happens. You get two different pairs of legs, which is a bit weird. You get two faces and her spell book. And also, if you pre-ordered from the Good Spell Company website, you got this special effect which attaches to here, and we're going to be having a look. And here's the Dark Magician Girl. Oh my god, it looks amazing. I really like the fact that you can take her hat off and you can attach it when where you want. I also love her eyes and the pink in her cheeks. I really love her hair in this one. This has got to be my favorite figure so far. Oh my god, I love this one. I really love her necklace. I think it's awesome, and I really love the kind of like the pink metallic jewel she actually has. When we come down to her bust, here we got the Pentacle, and oh my god, it looks so cool. Oh, this figure just screams out they've taken their time, and this is awesome to me. I really love the way the pink works with the blue, and I can only just detect very slight, just around there, some kind of paint malfunction type thing, and it's slightly going into the blue, but I'm not really bothered about it. I think this is just the best one so far. As we come down here, we can see her gauntlets stand out a lot to me on this part of the figure. Also, the kind of the pinks, the orange, and the kind of blue all really works well. And we look at her hand just here, we can see that there's gold and then there's like metallic pink just there. And again, same thing just there. And this really works in. You can tell there's a slight paint thing there, but not much, and this just really makes the gauntlet stand out. I really like her skirt. It's kind of ruffled like it would be in the anime, and then we just have her legs, which are absolutely normal. Coming back down to the boots, I really like this. These are really kind of like flexible, like you can move them that way and that way. I don't know why, maybe because they come off with the other legs, but I really love the fact that the pink and blue really works. And these kind of remind me of very kind of cartoony, like Mega Man, like rolls type of feet for some strange reason. As we move it to the side, here we've got the kind of gold button. It's on the inside of that one. It's on the inside there, and it's on the inside here. They kind of, it just reminds me of like Mickey Mouse type feet, roll from Mega Man, but still, I just really like it. So looking at the back of the figure, we see that there is a big chunk missing, but that's just so the hat can sit on there properly, and then it's kind of really smooth, like there's no detail until you come to the kind of the hair, like the strands. Now it does remind me of Supersonic or Super Shadow, but I really like the fact that they've put curves in there to kind of like give it some defining features rather than leaving it kind of blank and kind of smooth like the top of the head. Just underneath you can see that her kind of like costume is blue and pink, and it kind of works really well, and you can just see just where her shoulders, so they've actually arched like the back in there. Now when you come to a kind of cape, I actually thought that this would be very poseable, similar to Asuna, because that would be quite cool if you were moving her in different positions. So when we look at the back part of the figure, we can see that there is a hole for the actual stand, and we can see that they've actually brought down pink straight down on the blue and where the arrow is. So it's not just kind of leaving it, not paying any attention. I really like the orange belt, and again we can see more of the gauntlets which really stand out, and I really like. At the back part of her boots, the pink and blue really stand out, and this draws my eye to the actual figure as well. The color scheme is absolutely perfect. I really like what they've done, and I really like, as we've probably not mentioned, the kind of like the tips of the boots. So like every other figure, we have a look at the different faces, so it's easy enough. Oh, she looks really cute. So the first part was easy enough to take off. We've added a winky face, and oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, this figure is awesome. I really like that. That's, I think, my favorite one so far. So let's look at the other face. And this face is kind of her cheeky looking face, the one she's just looking at Yugi, but it's so cool. But definitely my favorite one is the wink. I've added the hat. This adds a lot more to it. I really love this really smooth detail, this really kind of clean look, which it's fantastic. You can't turn, I thought you could turn it just then, but I really love the kind of like the rings around here, and then just this line that goes around the kind of opening so you can see her hair. So like with any other figure, we do it like kind of a stress test to see what it is. So we can see that the feet move ever so slightly. I'm very kind of disappointed on that one, but they do kind of move around. So you get kind of a little bit of like posability with it. The legs bend like so, just like that, like there. Hands move around like that. So you can move her hand. It's very kind of weird because again, it looks like it's not really meant to be like kind of posed without this kind of thing here. Her costume does limit what you can do moving the figure around, so you can't get like a full circle, but the hands do move. I think this part here is just kind of restraining it, so you can adjust it slightly, but you can't spin it all the way around. So the arm like that, and you can move the head. Again, this kind of like stops it. I'm guessing if you forced it, which I don't highly recommend, I don't really recommend doing that at all, but you can turn the head up and down. So the posability and the flexibility of this one isn't as great as what I thought it would be, but I can understand due to the complexity of how the figure is made. So one thing with the Dark Magician Girl is you can take the legs off because these are kind of her like, yay, jumping in the air legs. But I don't know why they've included these, because you could easily add this in where she just does it anyway like that, but I'm guessing there is a reason. Now the only reason why this is a bit of a pain is because these ball joints, they come off. So you can see that is just there, and her pants come off, but you can add them back on, and then just make sure you get it and clip it in. Just be careful you don't break the figure, because if you do, then grim, but you want to make sure that you take your time and not just kind of rush it. So I found out that if you kind of clip it like that, you should be fine. Just adds in a little bit there. You can move the legs down, and then obviously you now just take the boots off. Make sure that you know which one goes on which, and which leg goes in where. I think the legs was very kind of weird. It was a bit difficult, especially with the boots. So if you're wondering how to do it, you basically attach the legs and then add the boots. That's how I found it. It was a lot easier rather than following the instructions. But it does kind of give a little bit different to the move, but I think I'd rather just keep using the normal legs, because I don't know, it just seems a lot easier rather than like spending ages just trying that in case it breaks off. I pre-ordered this from the Good Smile Company website because you got the pre-order bonus, and it looks really cool when you add it. It goes on the same sort of stand as the book, and then you can obviously just move it around if you wanted to pose it, if you want to hit a bad guy, whatever you wanted to do. Now this kind of really adds to the figure just slightly. Now the only downside I don't like is just that part where you can't really extend her hand, so it kind of feels like they've missed out. I really wish you could move the hand a little bit more, and like these like little gauntlet pads, they could have been on all the hands, so you would have had more kind of flexibility, but it kind of adds to it. I wish it was a beam as well. I wish you got a beam, that would be cool, but apart from that, it goes on the same stand as the book if I've not mentioned it, which is that one. But apart from that, it's a nice addition to the figure. So there we go, Rangers. There is the Dark Magician Girl. She is one of my all-time favorite anime characters, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, when playing with the figure, when sorting it, the only thing that I found annoying were the kind of like the legs that she had, the double ones, and I think that's about it. The rest of the figure is absolutely fine. The boots, they're a little bit loose, but I'm guessing that's because you can take them off. But apart from that, the figure is absolutely stunning, and this is one that I would highly recommend for any collector, especially if you're just starting the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Pick up Yami, he's definitely worth it, because I'm guessing they're going to be going through all the main characters as well as some of the main monsters. So Rangers, your question of the day is, what do you think about this figure? Would you get it for yourself? Would you not? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment and subscribe. Check out all the other videos on the channel, and as always Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.